What if you were not born, but built? Not by chance, not by evolution, not by some cosmic coincidence, but by intelligence, by design. Think about it. Every cell in your body follows a pattern. Your heart doesn't beat randomly. Your breath, your thoughts, your instincts, they're all operating on a code, a blueprint. But who wrote it? You were told you're a product of chaos, a mix of carbon, time, and luck. But what if that story is the first lie? Because deep beneath your DNA, deeper than blood or bone, there's a structure, an architecture of being, a system. And systems don't emerge from nowhere. They're built for something, built by something. And the truth they never told you is that your existence is no accident. You were engineered. They programmed you with words like free will, but never showed you the wires behind your choices. Why do you crave what you crave? Why do certain fears paralyze you while others don't even touch you? Why do you fall in love with the same patterns, repeat the same wounds, dream the same dreams? That's not randomness. That's design. There is a reason you think the way you do. It's not just culture, not just trauma. It's embedded code, a psychic operating system. And like all systems, it has a purpose, to keep you functioning, not necessarily to keep you free. You were built with parameters, boundaries invisible to the eye, but locked into the psyche. And most people live and die without ever noticing, because a well-designed machine never questions the program. The most dangerous lie isn't the one that fools you. It's the one that feels true. You were told you're a human being, as if that's all you are. As if this meat, this mind, this moment is the limit. But what if being human is just the role? A costume, a temporary interface designed to navigate a denser realm, like a diver wears a suit to survive the deep. You, what you really are, slipped into this body the way a pilot enters a cockpit. But here's the twist. You forgot you were the pilot. You believed you were the machine. That's by design, because forgetting is part of the program. A full reset. No memory, no clue, just instincts, impulses, identity shaped by signals, and the ones who control the signals control the simulation. Control doesn't need chains, it needs belief. Belief that your limits are natural, belief that your desires are yours, belief that your identity is authentic. But what if those beliefs were installed? From birth, you were bombarded with frequencies, ideas, expectations, fear-based narratives. Be normal. Stay safe. Fit in. Be good. Don't question. They call it education, but it's calibration. Calibrating your system to match the design, to make you a perfectly predictable part of the machine. And the moment you step outside that algorithm, you feel it. The resistance, the fear, the isolation. That's not failure. That's the sign you're waking up. Because the system punishes deviation. Not because you're wrong, but because you're starting to remember. You felt it, haven't you? That strange sense that something's off, even when everything seems fine. that invisible tension under the surface of your everyday thoughts, like a glitch in the background hum of your mind. You've questioned your path, your purpose, wondered why you repeat patterns that seem too precise to be coincidence. That's not weakness, it's awakening. Your system is trying to break the loop, trying to override the program. But the program is clever. It adapts. When fear doesn't work, it offers false spirituality, empty affirmations, trendy mantras, high vibes only. It repackages the trap as transcendence, a prettier prison with golden walls and crystals on the shelf. But none of it is real freedom. Freedom isn't just thinking new thoughts. It's realizing you were never the thinker to begin with. You were taught to seek the truth outside, in books, in teachers, in symbols, in stars. But the greatest encryption was always within. Your body isn't just a vessel. It's a memory bank, a living archive of cosmic intelligence, stored in tissue, breath, and bone. Ancient civilizations knew this. Mystics whispered it. Scientists almost proved it, then turned away. Because once you understand your body is conscious technology, everything changes. Your gut is a compass, your heart a transmitter, your pineal gland a signal tower locked behind fluoride and fear. And once those centers begin to reactivate, you start to see, not with eyes, with knowing. A knowing that bypasses logic, a knowing that isn't taught, but remembered. They didn't just hide the truth from you, they erased it, from your language, from your senses, from your very DNA. They taught you to worship what's outside, while systematically dulling your connection to what's within. Every routine, every screen, every artificial light at night, every word you repeat without thinking. These weren't random. They were updates to the system, refinements to the cage. Because if you ever truly remembered who you are, what you're made of, you'd become ungovernable, not rebellious, not angry, but completely free. And true freedom is the most dangerous virus a controlled world can face. Freedom doesn't look like rebellion. It looks like clarity. It's not loud. It's not chaotic. It's quiet, deep, immovable. Because once you see the pattern, you can't unsee it. The illusions fall away, and what's left is you. Not the version of you they crafted, not the role you were trained to perform, but the you that existed before programming, before fear, before conditioning. And that you was never confused, never afraid, never broken, only silenced, muted by layers of noise, family, culture, religion, screens, shame. But when those layers fall, you don't just wake up, you come online, like a system rebooting itself, not to fit in this world, but to rewrite it. What if you didn't come here to awaken, but to activate? What if every hardship wasn't a test, but a code? A precise calibration to shake you from the simulation, to crack the shell of your false self and force the real you to rise. You are not here to escape the world. You're here to reprogram it, to speak in the language of energy, not fear, to respond with presence, not reaction, because the world isn't broken, it's hypnotized, and you are the anomaly, the signal the system can't decode. You're not out of place. You're ahead of your time. And now, your time is catching up. So now that you know that you were engineered, not to conform, but to remember that your design wasn't a flaw, it was a feature. That your sensitivity, your intensity, your depth were never mistakes. They were blueprints, embedded codes, waiting to be activated. And guess what? You're not early, you're not late, you're right on time. This world doesn't need another version of the same. It needs a system breaker, a consciousness disruptor, a soul with memory. So stop asking for permission. Stop waiting for signs. You are the signal. And your presence here was never random. This is not a story about waking up. It's about coming alive.